Are we back?
Are we back?
Are we back? We've got a different camera now.
What camera are you looking
Got
at?
a camera now.
You're looking at the GoPro.
No, we're looking at the laptop camera.
Oh, the laptop camera. That's a new one.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we've got sound now. Let's check the laptop camera.
Is it just picking up laptop sound?
How's that?
I can hear.
How's that? Is that better?
I can see. Can people hear us? Are we on?
Oh, we've been told we've got sound.
We've got sound.
Oh, we've got sound, and we've got vision from the camera that we wanted.
Well,
I think we're on now. How about we start again? Yeah, let's do this. All right.
well, we've lost a guest. We've lost our first guest.
Oh, the guest is gone.
That's
Okay. I think. Oh,
hello,
welcome.
guys.
Hello.
Welcome to Hearns Hobbies Live.
And we're polished. We know what we're doing.
We do. We've had one overhead camera faulty. We've had, I think we might be deafening people with the redness.
Oh, you reckon?
If
Let's
you could
turn that down a
potentially
bit.
turn that down a bit for us, Paige.
How's that? Is that
I
better?
think that's better.
How's that?
I think that's going to be a bit better.
Yep.
Yeah, so we are at the Templestowe Flat Track Racing, TFTR,
That's
down
right.
here in sunny Melbourne.
And it is the TFTR Masters.
The TFTR Masters 2024. And we've got Australia's best drivers with us today. A lot of them in Yokomos, of course. We've got Simon Nicholson, John Puce, Christian Silva. He's also the reigning stock champion.
He is indeed.
Who won with the BD12 last year. So,
Yes.
no, we've got some really good drivers and we're hoping to get them on the show.
For sure.
We're going to talk a bit about the racing. We've got the juniors on at the moment. They're getting around. We did have another guest on before. He'll be back. He's got the tyre warmers on. Young Tristan's going to join us.
He's getting ready for a run.
He's getting ready for a run. So today is practice. Practice is done not just open track because there's too many people here and too many different levels of driving.
Yes.
So it's actually practice in heats. So you've sort of got to be well structured and oiled, because if you miss that, then you have to wait another hour and a half before you can go out for another run.
No, that's right.
So that is really good. Without further ado,
let's bring on someone.
Let's bring on somebody who's been standing there waiting while we've been making buffoons out of ourselves.
Here we go.
Hey.
JP, John Puce, how are you, buddy?
Excellent, thanks, mate. Excellent.
Thank you for joining us in the studio. And today's studio is, in fact, the racetrack.
Oh, yeah, it's an awesome place to be.
Isn't it? You spend a lot of time at the racetrack. You raced, in Singapore last year?
Yeah, did Singapore last year. A few years ago, did Thailand, Philippines, all over Australia. Yeah, the hobby's amazing. It takes you to a lot of places, and yeah, a lot of fun. Meet a lot of fun people. Yeah, exactly, and learn a lot too.
Learn a lot and just have some wholesome fun playing toy cars. Let's be honest. But it's really cool. We take it quite serious. It's very competitive at the pointy end. But it is quite a lovely hobby. Obviously, how long have you been doing it now for, John?
Since 2015, I think. So about.
Is that all?
Years. Yeah. Not as long as some of the others, but
That's
still a fair stint.
That's right. So yeah, but it's still good. And your position is the Australian. So you are a factory Yokomo driver, and you are effectively employed by them to help us manage the on-road team.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So you are a team manager, and he runs the whole Hearns Hobbies Team Yokomo Australia on-road team, don't you?
Yeah,
keep them all in line, make sure everybody gets to the track, organise all the dinners, and it has fun.
Yeah, and make sure that Steve keeps watering the tree, as we call it these days.
Watering the tree, yeah, growing the team, and doing it with as little emotional damage as possible.
Correct.
All right, mate. So tell us what you've got here and show us what's on the table. Usually we've got this beautiful overhead camera that we can zoom in on,
but we've got new technology.
We have got new technology. So leave it here and let BJ have a look. Look what we've got, guys. We've got a GoPro. How cool is this? Is that going to wreck our sound? When you go to that camera, is that going to turn the sound off?
No, sound is in through another channel.
Are you sure?
I reckon.
Okay. So let's have a big zoomy zoom and have a good look over your car. So tell us so you run modified?
Yep. Modified BD12, running LRP electronics, power HD servo, including with the LRP electronics is the LRP battery.
Yep.
For this particular track, we're only using 5200 battery.
Yep.
Doesn't need much power on this track. It's more about corner speed.
4.5 turn?
No, only a 5 turn.
A 5-turn?
Yeah, again, don't need that much power on this track. So
Yep.
5-turn suits most tracks, and we just adjust boost and turbo to suit.
That is fantastic. And I see you using a 3D printed bumper bar. This was
Yeah.
really a fad like 6 months ago, and then it fell away. Most guys have gone back to the foam, but not you.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so the foam, you can actually feel that it is a lot more reactive with a foam bumper. To be honest with you, on this track, foam should actually be better. The only reason why I haven't taken that off is I need to make weight. So I figured, an easy way to put weight on the car. I've stuck weights everywhere. It's a super light car.
BD12's like that, isn't it?
Yes, very, very light. So, one of the ways I could put weight on the car and I guess make it a little bit easier to drive is with that heavier front bumper. It's about 7 grams heavier than the standard bumper.
How cool is that? Well,
Yeah.
I really and how do you think you're going so far this weekend?
So far, not too well.
So
at the
you
moment.
had a couple of practices yesterday.
Yep.
Melbourne weather played havoc, as it tends to do.
Yeah, sure did.
For you Northerners, I mean, coming to Melbourne's quite an experience just for the weather, right?
Yeah, saw all 4 seasons yesterday.
Yep.
And yeah, basically rained out on us. We had a couple of runs and got used to the track a little bit, but there wasn't much that we could do. But yeah,
And
and
the rain actually washed away what grip was
oh
there.
yes,
Because
yes.
a lot of people have been using the track the last week in
Yep.
anticipation of this event, so there's quite a lot of rubber down. And when rubber gets on the track, it actually creates more traction because it sort of fills the holes and rubber sticks to rubber. So
Yep.
we actually like a blue track or a rubbered in track. So when the rain comes along, it washes all that rubber away, and we get what we call a green track, which is a
That's it.
clean track, and you got to start from scratch again.
And it wasn't a little bit of water, was it? Like the whole track was covered.
Yes.
Yeah, when
absolutely.
we left, you could
Inundated.
actually see it actually
running
off the
across,
track, yeah.
running across the track. So that is fantastic. So the cars, you've gone probably with a different setup today, I imagine.
Yes, very different setup actually. Something more suited to lower traction.
Yep.
Whereas yesterday we were trying to free the car up. Now we're trying to grip it up a little bit more.
Grip it up a
But
little
still
bit more.
keep that corner speed and that rotation too, because struggling with a little bit with rotation at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. So So you've got to get the corner speed, but also get it to turn in nice and hard.
not really turn in. The
Yep.
traction, the track's actually got a lot of bite.
Yep.
So it turns in very well. It's more mid to exit corner that
Okay.
I'm struggling with.
Yep.
So small changes in the right direction so far, and hopefully get it together by tomorrow's qualifying.
Beautiful. Well, that's the thing. As the track evolves, you practice, you get comfortable. I mean, you learn and you do little adjustments, and things come together, right?
Yeah, correct.
And that's what makes the team so good. We've got 8 guys here working together this weekend,
Yeah.
and you all pick up a little bit of something. Oh, I tried this. This is crap. Or this has been
100%.
really good. Oh, I did this. I really liked it. You should try it next run.
Yep.
And
correct,
this is what
100%.
makes a team so good.
Yeah. Like we all try something different that we think might work, and we communicate that with each other.
Yep.
And basically we just let each other know whether it worked or not and what it did.
What you
That way
found.
we don't have to test everything. We only have to test the things that work and don't work. And as a team,
Yeah.
we generally do well at most of these events.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, fantastic, John. Thank you for joining us. I can see we've got more drivers queued up to come on. Thank you very much for your time. Go get yourself ready.
Oh, look, it's a lucky.
Young Tristan will be out on track in the next 5 to 10 minutes, so he'll come over and see us.
See you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for joining us,
Thanks,
John.
John.
Speak soon, buddy.
If you're happy and you know about your head.
Hey, baby.
He's happy.
Yeah.
He's
Is he
happy.
ever? Wow. We may as well march him on in. Who's coming in next?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that you can both fit. Look at this, the national stock champion, Christian Silva. What brings you here?
Hello.
How are you
Very good.
going?
Good
Are
to
you
see
going
you
to
again.
try and sneak in here
Beautiful day
too?
in Melbourne. Fancy that.
I know, right? Well, if you wait long enough, if you wait probably another 2 hours, we'll go into autumn or something.
Well, we thought we'd come up now, seeing as.
Well, you guys are up on track soon, yeah? So, like I was saying to the viewers before, you sort of, we've got timed practice like this, we're actually practicing in the heats. So, if you miss that session, you can't go on track for potentially another hour.
Wow.
So, and we've got these guys at this level have got, tires to prep, traction additive to apply to the tires, and then warmers to go on. And there's a bit of a ritual, and that usually takes about 20-25 minutes in total to get the car ready. So you've got to be ready that far in advance. So thank you for joining us. Now, Christian Silva is the reigning stock championship, Australian national champion in 13.5 touring car. And this was the very car that you won with? in November. Was this the car? Or was,
Chassis, yeah, not the body.
yeah, not the body.
Similar scheme, but yeah, that's the
The Yokomo BD12.
Mhm.
That is fantastic. Is that your first ever national title?
That was, yeah.
It was. Wow, that's pretty special. Really glad to have you on board. Now, one thing you notice about Christian's cars is they're impeccably painted. And that's because he pays somebody an awful... No, he doesn't. He does it all himself.
Yeah.
Don't you?
It's,
You
it's
are...
very tedious. There's a lot of preparation and mask and spray. It's
And one of your talents is, and it's at an artistry level, is your bodywork. Not only like the color composition, but look, we've got this GoPro technology today. Look at the patterns and the shade in there, Paige.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them. Oh, we can see the on the roof a bit.
yeah. Look, overall, it's a simple design, but it's effective on track. You know, I try to cut my painting time to a minimum, but still, you know, I like a nice body and
Because 1/10 touring cars, whether you crash or not, like we go through a few bodies, don't we?
yeah. Well,
Like you realistically, what
especially the
going to get?
lightweight bodies, they
Going
don't,
to
they
get
don't
like
last
3 or
very
4
long.
meetings out of them,
Yeah, you could say that. It just depends how.
and or until
how
somebody
often you
else brings
crash.
out a new body.
Yeah,
You know,
probably
because
not.
the body is a big part of the tuning aid of the car as well, isn't it?
It is. It can completely change the handling and the balance of the car.
Yep.
You know, nowadays there are a lot of bodies in there, but there's really only a few that you may want to just take to the track and try out, just depending on the
And
layout.
stick with them.
If it's a fast track, if it's a more technical track like this one. You know, today I've gone for the Wolverine.
Yeah.
With
That's
the
a Zoo Racing
Speciale.
body.
Yeah, it's got a Speciale body. Tried the standard body, but gave a little bit sort of more rotation, but on the mid corners, I just felt more stable with the Speciale body.
Yep.
Sorry, Speciale wing.
Yep.
And yeah, also tried the Speciale, which both were great bodies, very balanced, confident to drive. But yeah, just the Wolverine just by that little bit. A lot of it's just personal preference and driving style and what you feel more comfortable with.
Well, you've definitely got a lot of swagger in your driving style as well. No? Swagger, hey?
Style.
Have you seen him? He's like a classy driver. Like really smooth inputs, really concise, positive. And that's what makes you so fast. I mean, that's why you're national champion.
Yeah, well, smooth and consistent.
It's like watching a thing of beauty on the track, Beach.
Is it?
Like a gazelle.
I'm going to be watching really intensely next time around.
Pay attention.
I
Pay
will.
attention.
I will.
Pay attention. Do you mind if I whip your body off?
Oh.
I've got the pins in my hand already, so it's going to happen. Have a look. So tell us a little bit about your car. Obviously, like tell us about your electronics and stuff. I know it's a Yokomo BD12.
Yep. Well, the electronics is the Hobby Wing.
Because Hobby Wing, you are a factory supported Hobby Wing driver as well,
Yep.
aren't you?
Yep.
So that is fantastic.
So I got on new gear in there.
What servo have you got in there?
That's the HD servo.
That's the HD servo.
Yep.
Yep. So you've got the Hobby Wing. Is that the G4? What's it called? The
Yep.
motor?
It's the G4.
The G4 motor, and the speed controller is the G2S Elite.
G2S.
G2S. That is fantastic.
Yep.
See, look, I know my stuff. What
Yeah,
are
look,
these
I'm-
battery hold down? These are something a little bit different that I've not seen before.
Yeah, it's just a quick sort of swivel mechanism,
Yep.
sort of put together. It just makes changing or putting the battery in a little easier rather than having to deal with screws or any threads or anything like that.
And I can
So
see
yeah,
here,
just a quick swivel.
and you've got the rub screw adjustment here. which
That's
is
for
really
different
nice.
size, yeah.
Different size, really
Playing
nice.
around with different capacity batteries. Some are a bit taller and
Yeah, and then to reshim them and put spaces in can be quite tedious. And this one you just wind up and down, and you just because you want a little bit of movement in the battery. You don't want to just lock it into the chassis and tweak it, but you also don't want too much movement because it can in fact upset and unsettle the car.
yeah,
It's
that's
just
right.
rattling around in there.
Yep.
That is awesome.
So are the low friction belts in the front
Yes.
and the rear?
No friction here, baby.
No friction. Zero
No
friction.
Zero friction. Maximum stiction. That is awesome. You're a loose unit today. Oh, have a look what's inside there. Can I show that, or is that too
Oh.
prototype?
Oh, of course.
Can you see inside there? Look at
The
the body supports, and this is
Struts,
something that's
right?
really only come about with the last year.
So
As
these-
bodies are getting thinner and lighter
Yep.
and more desirable, they're obviously crumbling and not crashing as well. So they put these little 1 mil, 1.5 mil carbon fiber supports.
they're
And
very
it looks
lightweight.
like they're UV resined in, are they?
They're double-sided tapes, but
Double-sided
yeah,
tape.
inside with the rods, they're just a glue.
Yeah,
Hold 'em in.
and a glue to hold it all in.
But yeah, ideally it's just to prevent body tucking.
Yeah.
Especially with lighter bodies these days, they're very flimsy, very flexible. And going over a curve, it's easy just to grab, the end fender and wrap it through the wheel, and there's pretty much a run gone.
Yeah.
You've got to wait for a marshal to come and untuck you. So
Oh, that's my favourite trick.
these
Nothing more aggravating than a body tuck,
Yeah.
is it?
It's pretty essential, though.
And it's probably the most thing that you would hear yelled out from the driver's stand on race day.
Yeah.
Body tuck,
Yeah.
to the marshal, no? And the poor marshal going, ah! And your car's doing
Running over and
donuts.
tripping over.
Yeah, your car's doing donuts at the back of the quarter. The body's all jammed in. Well, that's me anyway, my experience. Yeah, trying to untuck it. Not untuck it, jam it in further.
Just go over more curves and
That's
hopefully it comes off.
At least it relieves some stress, doesn't it?
That's right. Fantastic, Christian. Thank you very much for that. That is awesome. Well, good luck over the weekend. I had a quick chat to JP. Now, Brett's sitting over there. Can I have you for 5 minutes? Is that okay? Because I want to have a look at your body.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you.
Good luck over the weekend, buddy. And I hope you didn't. Am I buggering up your run?
No, you're right.
Have you got time? How long before you go on?
I go up after Christian.
Oh, you're one right. That worked
okay.
out perfectly. Brett Wilson, you are also an interstate driver. Well, I call you an interstate driver. You're just from New South Wales.
Yes,
Aren't
I
you?
am.
How long have you been racing Team Yokomo for?
Now it'll probably be 3.5 years.
Oh, and it's been a great 3.5 years, hasn't it?
Indeed.
So BD10, BD10 LCR,
Yeah.
BD11,
BD11
and BD12.
and the BD12.
How cool is that?
Look
Who
at the
did you
body.
did Christian do that?
No, I actually did that. So,
No.
yeah. But it was inspired by Christian. When we were up at Queensland State Titles, I needed a new show and he wanted to come up with a different concept for me. So, this is the third generation of the cartoon shell.
So, and what's it called, Beige?
Very manga.
Manga anime. Manga anime? Can you? I don't know.
Well, manga is like the comic in the book. Anime
I feel
is
like
animation.
I'm being disrespectful or abusive.
Doesn't matter. You always are anyway.
Yeah, that's
Makes no
true.
difference.
Well, I just don't want to upset anybody by calling them a manga. So it's manga anime, manga artwork.
A lot of real cars are getting built on this
I've
now.
seen that. It's such a
Yeah,
trend.
It's really impressive.
And,
And this is something so simple and easy.
And our fearless team leader actually cleaned up concourse at the last event with one that he did in the same thing. He didn't have it.
Did his own stickers.
He did his own stickers, didn't he? Just
Yeah, look great.
So that's pretty cool. So it's obviously quite simple but very effective.
Yeah, very effective. Well, does the job nicely.
What did you use?
Just some Posca pins.
Is it Posca
Yeah,
pins?
just Posca. Yeah, try to use the white for the highlights.
Yeah.
I think everyone can see how windy it is at the moment. It is interesting when the wind comes by. We haven't got the body mounted hard yet, but how the wind affects its body.
Yeah.
Imagine it going
How it
around.
affects our tent.
Our tent is looking a little bit different now.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love tents.
As long as it didn't end up in the car park, you're doing all
Anyway, so yes, I love this body. And what shell are you running?
right. That's a special.
Oh, a special.
Yes,
That's
it
by
is.
Extreme Aerodynamics.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Do you
I
mind
haven't
if we-
played around. Take it off.
do you mind
Yeah.
if we pop the hood?
I haven't played around too much with the bodies this weekend. Just
And again, look, he's got the struts inside the body. You can see it a little bit
yes.
better on the white ones.
It is with the lighter colouring.
These
Yeah.
look like Christian Silver spec 3D printed strutty struts. Are
these
they?
ones are from RC Maker.
Oh, okay. They're from Young Ryan. Very good. I'll put this side down so it blows. Whoops, so it blows onto the track and it annoys people. Now, what have we got here? Tell us about your car.
Well, this year I've gone with the Power HD Servo, the S15. They've got
Yours
the-
is on a mount though.
No, my one's not the one.
I've seen the cool kids.
Cool
Have,
kids have
have got them with the mount.
Yeah,
come
I tend to bend them pretty quick, so I
Okay.
bit of an insurance policy.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So okay. So these ones are a little bit more resilient.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
just
cheaper-
change the
Cheaper to
mount.
change the mount than the whole servo.
Correct. And it's been so reliable. It's been really good.
Yeah, and
Really
you've
fast.
got red screw highlights,
Yes, I
which
did.
is really nice.
Got them from Smoker.
Yeah.
I wanted something to complement the unique colours on the servo.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And you've got a bit of, is this T-Works?
Yep.
Battery holder.
Battery holders.
You can see here, Beads, it's got like a little hinge pin retainer, and you can move the battery fore or aft in the cradle
Oh, right.
for
Okay.
weight balance.
Yes.
It's
In the
really
past, you used to have to
move the whole
pull
thing.
the mounts off,
Right.
move them
Yes.
forward, whereas it's all now just done through a
Yeah.
grub screw.
So it's a really
Oh,
good
okay.
little simple engineering thing. So you actually move the battery within the cradle.
Right.
And the new BD12 has got this awesome motor mount. I don't know what you call it, flex plate here, but
Yep.
it also adds as a really good battery stopper. And you can actually shim that out or shim that closer for your weight distribution as well.
Yeah, you can see where it fits. Yeah.
And I can see that you've, unlike the other cars I've seen, don't have a lot of weight under there.
No,
That's because you're using like a house brick 10,000 milliamp battery. Is that right?
correct.
Massive battery in Brett's car.
Testing the bigger batteries for the bigger trucks this
Yep.
year. And then they're working pretty well.
They're working pretty well.
Yep.
That's fantastic. And it looks to me like you've got, is it Hobby Wing power plant in there?
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm running the G3 at the moment.
G3 motor.
G3 motor and Hobby Wing electrics as well.
That's fantastic. And the rest of it is all BD12, little body mount thing there, foam bumper bar. Mate, I love that they're back. I love the fads that come and go. I was hanging it on John Puce for having a 3D printed one,
3D printer.
and I said how cool they were 6 months ago, John.
They were.
But
That was so 2023.
I know, wasn't it? Oh, looking pretty fresh under there.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I don't want to jinx it. That is looking good, mate.
That's
Keep it
on
looking
Peter's
good.
first today.
No, keep it looking good. Well, thank you very
Very good.
much, Brett Wilson.
Thank you.
Welcome to 13.5. Welcome to Melbourne,
Thank you.
and
Been
welcome to the TF. Don't lie. Welcome to the TFTR Masters 2024.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for having us.
Fantastic.
Good luck.
And
Hopefully
we
we'll get
at
down here more often.
we at Hearns Hobbies are super proud to have you represent us and our products Australia-wide.
Thank
It's
you
really
very
good.
much. Great to be part of the team, and thank you for all your support.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right, mate.
Go
Good,
get 'em.
good luck on track. You're going to send somebody else over.
I will.
Corn Dog should have time, I think, before he's up.
I'll go grab you.
If you could, or Simo.
Yeah, sure.
All right, BJ.
How's
Holy
that been
smokes.
so far?
Do you want to grab the GoPro and spin it around 180?
Spin it around.
Yes. Hey, guess who's on track?
Who's on track?
Tristan Todman is on track.
Is he?
There he comes now. The silver car is going to come around in front of us, going up the straight, up the hill, horsepower hill.
See.
We're going to put the cursor on him. Stand up. Here you go.
Here, hang on there.
I can't see what I'm doing.
You can't see? Hang on. Let me help you.
No, because I can't see.
Oh.
But that's okay. So here we go. Look at the beautiful facility. Templestowe have really turned it on for us. The track signage looking great. The asphalt's in pretty good shape. Not very bumpy. There's a couple of bumps on the straight, but overall,
Apparently it got polished a little bit.
yeah.
So for those who aren't familiar with the Templestowe track, it actually started off as an off-road track
Yes.
many years
back
ago.
in the 80s.
That's right.
Back in the 80s, it was off-road and off-road only.
That's right.
Then in about 1995, this facility, the hobby was growing that fast that we wanted a new on-road track.
Yes.
So the council helped redevelop the site into a facility that had both on-road and off-road.
That's right. So
We had
off-road was this
on
side,
one side.
and then we had a driver's stand, and then it was on-road on the top of the hill.
Yeah, and they used a central driver stand.
That's right.
So they
Very
used
clever.
to alternate club days. They used to use the facility a lot.
Yes.
And then the on-road club grew with such tenacity and stuff that they actually needed a bigger facility. So the off-road club technically folded, I suppose, and
Yes,
handed
right.
over their part of it. Then it was redeveloped into what we see here. When do you think that was? 97, 99?
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Later?
Yeah, maybe.
No, later, I reckon. Probably in the 2000s. But anyway, here we are. Templestowe.
All right.
Look, they're seeing the back door of the studio. Talking about back doors of studios, we've got our next guest on.
Have we? Hang
Haven't
on. Let
we?
me get this.
You can sit here, big dog.
Make
Stephen
room for you.
Cornell. Look what the cat's dragged in. How are you, buddy?
How about yourselves?
Yeah, I'm going really good. Welcome to the show, Stephen.
First time for everything.
Isn't it? But you're loving it. So if you look into the camera, here you right there, and there's the racetrack. You found it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looking
Just
good.
checking the pump.
Yeah.
Right.
Checking the pump.
Talking about the pump, I've been watching your car on track this weekend. It is looking good out there.
It's good. It could be better. I want it to be better. But like I can't complain. The car's good. Learning the track. I'm up there with the pace, so there is a lot of super fast locals. But
Yeah.
hopefully we catch the tail end of them.
Yeah, well, it's really, I mean, this track does lend itself to really local knowledge and commitment, and really finding a 10th here, a 10th there to really get the confidence to send the dog.
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, I'm known for pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
But this weekend, it's, I come from the XRS small bank, so it's a lot different driving on this, such a small track. I had to change the car a lot, especially with the power settings and stuff like that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty fun. It's a different kind of grip. It's very high bite, but less grip in a way. So like you got a lot of turn in, and then mid corner you kind of see the car push a bit. So it's like a gamble, especially with new tires. You need to try to get the car not to be so aggressive, but also you want steering still. So it's a bit of a line doozy.
Right. Well, that is really good. So you have obviously got yourself a Yokomo BD12 Master Speed.
Yes, indeed.
Talk us through it. What are we looking
this
at?
one is my new one that I just built up. So it's pretty much everything's just straight kit apart from the arms. I've got the 3mm arms on it.
Oh, these are new Vigor arms.
Yeah, Vigor arms, yes. And the RCM decks.
Lots of flex.
Yeah,
They should rename them.
they're like
Or
noodle,
else.
they're noodle arms, so maybe more like Simon's arms. But other than that, it's
Did you see that, Beige? See that little bit of flex?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And I'm not saying that the other ones won't do that, but they definitely won't do
it's
that as
definitely
much.
it's definitely obviously with the 2mm difference and stuff like that. It makes the car drive a hell of a lot different. And we noticed like when we first rocked up here, we go tight and we straight from the get go.
Yes.
So we had the more grip than the other cars. And then like Simon was using the Moorbank, and he got to the point where we were struggling for grip, and he went to the standard top decks, which is super stiff. So it just shows you right then and there that the thinner arms is the way to go. And Yokomo obviously are bringing out their own arms that are a bit lighter, a bit more flex with the bridges cut out.
Yep.
But other than that, yeah, it's just the standard stuff apart from like the RCM decks.
So you got RCM, Ryan Makers.
Yeah, the 2mm decks.
You've got the Power HD.
Yes, Power HD S15, the Yokomo one.
That's the Yokomo one.
Yeah, so it's direct mount.
Yeah, direct mount, which is really neat.
It does make it a lot
So
neater.
you don't have to use the Yokomo mount or any other. That comes directly to the chassis. Yeah, straight under there. Jesus, it's seen a bit of use.
Yeah, well, I actually
I expected it to be.
I used my chassis for my other kit for Moorbank, so Simon gave me a chassis, and it didn't look like that when I first put it on, but yeah, I seem to be running low.
It's looking good though.
It's not in half, so that's what we want.
No, that's exactly what that's right. I usually expect to see a fresh one because you are known to change your chassis plates a fair bit.
A lot.
What is this servo horn you got here?
That's the Max Maxler one from his one. It's adjustable because I do like to go up and down with the horn height. At the moment,
Horn height.
At the moment, it's 17mm to make it less aggressive, and the higher you go, it's going to be a lot more reactive.
Really?
Yeah, so I do play with that a bit. Normally,
it does play with horn height.
I do like to tickle me horn, if one would say.
Look at, I haven't seen an antenna.
I know. It's
That's like you use the Fly Sky one.
It's definitely not me. It definitely looks weird, but it is what it is.
Playing out on Steve because he's recently changed over to the Noble NB4 Pro.
Yes.
So he's gone from a Sanma M17 over to an NB4 Pro.
Yeah.
And you're loving it.
Oh yeah, it's super good. It's super smooth. The throttle trigger, like everything. The trigger and the steering wheel feels immaculate compared to the Senma, and like not just talking up, but like it wasn't so much that I didn't go faster. It was just a lot more consistent with my driving. And I've taken with the Pro version, you've got the handle and all that stuff, and I've taken the bank off and the handle, and it makes it super light. It feels like you're not even really holding the radio. So I thought I'd give it a go, and I liked it. So I straight away got rid of the Senma. And the main thing is that they're obviously working with development with the drivers and stuff like that, because they're bringing out new radios and stuff like that, which is one of the main things I wanted to jump at and stuff like that. So.
Oh, you love new shiny things.
I know.
Hey? You were like a magpie. You're just attracted to shiny things like you wouldn't believe.
Things that Yokomo released that go straight into my box to be sent out.
Straight into Steve's box. Have a look at his cute little fan. I love that.
I like that. It's got the curved top.
So it's got the curved top.
Yeah, and it's got you can bolt it on the bottom of the screws there, and it bolts on your duct.
Yeah.
Right.
But I took it off. I just sort of let a bit more airflow through there. It's not a very big track.
Loud and proud.
Yeah, that's it.
So the front body supports are super important too, right?
Yes,
Right.
100%.
So you've got the ones on the C hubs,
Yep.
and also the central
So
one.
we've got them maxed up. It leaves about, I think it's 1 mil off the ground when you're fully engaged in suspension. So your body would go with the car like normal,
Yep.
and then catch, so it's 1 mil off the ground.
Yep.
And this just stops the front eliminating it, especially when you turn in. I noticed it a lot when I was testing it when they first brought them out. So it was good.
That's really cool. And you got your X22 and E,
Yes.
5-turn.
5-turn and negative timing on the can. Negative 2.5.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm definitely not about power this weekend. I see a lot of cars just absolutely flying. Some even forget to turn off at the end of the straight. So.
Been there, done
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Hey?
I've learned from my mistakes, and as I said to the boys, 2024 is a new year, new me.
And tell us about the Speedy.
All about blue.
It's
speed.
LRP. So
And
what's
it's
it called?
LRP Flow X.
Oh, it's the Flow
Yeah,
X.
Flow X still. And yeah, it's
And
a
that's a Speedy that has seemingly been around for about 12 years.
it is
Oh,
like
The
really?
Flow X and the TCXX, I want to say.
Yeah.
You know,
And
they've
all
been
the
around.
same speedies. You got the off road, you got on road, and then you got the stock. It's just different firmware.
Yeah,
So
different
like,
firmware.
you know what I mean? If you, as you can see here, there's a car in the bush.
Car in the bush.
That must have been a big one.
Yeah. But yeah, the Speedy, like a lot of people will go, oh, it's old and this and that. But like, I've come from all the different ones with all the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all that connection, and they're all the same. Like, yeah, you get that, but then the settings on this is amazing. And the smoothness, like
And people just go over like the quality feel of a speed controller.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't mean about touching it. It's about that
It's
real
like when you start
linear
getting
connection with the cuddle.
sensitive like that, I think that's what makes an amazing difference. Like, and from when we first seen it with Ronald using it in Singapore, we were like, wow, like let's try this, and it worked out better. And like,
Ronald McDonald.
yeah, the German.
Oh,
German
Ronald Volker. Sorry, I thought you were at the Nugget place.
No,
Not at McDonald's.
no, that,
The McDonald's in Germany as
that's
well.
what I know. Yeah, they do. Same with Singapore. I was eating Macca's in Singapore too.
Right on. That is fantastic. So, what else have we got here on your car? Give us what battery you got. You got the
I
5200.
got the 5200 LRP, Hyper LCG modified. It obviously is very light.
Hyper LCG.
So I've got the,
That like
I think
18
it's
mil?
17.5 mil,
17.5.
I
So,
believe, and it's got the 60 gram weight on it plus the Yokomo 7 gram insert.
Yep.
And then I've just had to add. I wanted the car a bit more reactive, so I've only put the 5 grams at the front because obviously more weight at the front, it dims down the reaction time.
Yep.
But other than that, it come out pretty balanced. So, and then like I've just changed to the 1.3 sway bars. I got a silver one on the rear and the black one on the front because that's what all I had.
so you've gone up in sway bars.
No, I started the event, like the practice with 1.4.
Yeah.
But
Like it down.
it was working the tires way too hard and it felt quite aggressive, especially on new tires.
Yep.
So the whole thing is to try to keep the smoothness of the car because I want the same feeling second run to first run.
Yep.
So that's the way we're going. But other than that, yeah.
I reckon. I'm not going to say. I was going to say. I reckon the roll center.
Yeah, well,
Have you
I've-
played with roll
I've
center
gone
much?
up, down.
Yeah.
This morning it was low grip, so we went back up. But with new tires, maybe go back down to 1.5.
Yeah,
But
and then come up on
yeah,
second run.
we normally float with that, and we've been playing with anti-dive and stuff like of late as well. So
On the front,
yeah, we just
half mil.
half mil difference, and then it helped a lot in Moorebank with the steering there, so it was good. So it maybe like I don't know, like obviously I don't know if it's going to rain tonight, but the grip might be up tomorrow, and then we can play with it again. But just obviously it's going to give you more grip.
Yep.
But then grip's not always good. It can overgrip the car and make it hard to drive. So
It's all about balance, isn't it?
yeah, that's exactly right. Front to rear, side to side, and yeah,
Up and
runs.
down.
Yeah, well, runs the tires. We're not talking about what you do on the weekend.
That's right. No, like you said, run to the tires. And
Yeah.
this event is on a control tire. It's on the KWR 36, something around
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
36 KWR thing.
Yep.
Sorry, not Solaris tire.
Solaris, yes.
Solaris tire. And those tires are fantastic for the fact that I know that there's a big drop off first run to second run, but after that you can do like 1,000 laps on them.
So it works out
Yeah.
good. Like we're in New South Wales, most of our events are on them, and it's really good that you can run the event and you can literally take the tire home and still use it to practice for the next event, which is good. And like you do, like I think last time, like the most runs I put on was 300 and something laps when we used them for the enduro.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic. All right, Stephen Cornell, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, mate.
You better get out there and track.
Yeah, it's getting close.
You better get the warmers on, mate.
First priority.
Thanks, mate. Go get
Excellent.
the warmers on.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Where is my son?
Where is he?
I have not seen
He's made a run for it.
the RS 1.0.
He's gone.
Hey,
He's gone, has he?
I think he has.
Shall we get another look at the track?
Get a good look at the track. I would. What are
There
you
you go.
seeing?
Well, this is the back
Yeah.
where we go into this messy uphill straight. Now, who's out there at the moment? It's quite a number of cars. This is still
What have we got?
open practice. What do we have here?
This is 13.5. Yeah, definitely 13.5. Up in the stand, we've got Tony P.
Oh, it's Tony P
Hey,
up there.
Tony P is going to be talked about a lot in a second.
So you can see all the pit area here. This is along the side of the track. This is the end of the track.
Yes,
And then you see the covered area. Which is next to the driver's stand.
yes.
Specifically for all the interstate drivers. So they can be nice and close. And then at the very back, you see a lot more pit area there too.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people here.
There's a lot of people here. I think there's about 91. I think there's like 100 entries, 104 entries, 91 drivers. So
Yep.
it's quite a big number for our RC event down here in Victoria.
Isn't it?
We are looking fantastic. All right. Now, we're at the Masters and we've been talking all race cars.
Where are we?
Hey?
Well, it's racing.
Yes.
Yes. The race cars. What
Next weekend.
is going to be Velodrome?
How fun is that going to be?
We've been working on stuff. It's going to be super fun.
Yeah, we've been trying, haven't we? We've been trying.
We have been.
We haven't managed to achieve as much as we'd like.
Sorry, let me try and catch up with some of these
Chats,
comments.
because it's really hard to see. I suppose there's probably people been asking questions, isn't there?
Oh, not particularly. It started off with people couldn't hear us.
Yeah, well, that's
And
understandable.
then people couldn't see us. And now we've got good sunshine. It is indeed.
It is indeed. I wish it was a
So-
little bit darker just so I could see the track better in the background.
So we can say hello to Craig Jones, John Ramsey.
That's fantastic, guys.
Way. Mr. Nice Guy Boss Man, he's with us.
He's with us
Yes.
every step of the way.
We've got Nick with us.
That's fantastic. Welcome, Nick. Welcome, everybody.
I follow if you can burp. Oh, there you go. Hey, guys. Hello. Surian's with us.
So
Michael.
it's a public holiday here in
Anthony
Australia
Miller.
as well, isn't it?
It is.
All of Australia.
All of Australia. It is.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Public holiday.
It is.
Fantastic. What a better way to do it. Melbourne's weather has turned it on. All right. Velodrome.
Velodrome.
Get excited.
Okay, so Saturday, the 3rd of February, which is next week.
Next Saturday. So
That's
we're
right.
going to do a Friday live and we're going to back it up with a Saturday live.
We should.
We should.
Why not? It'll be a Velodrome special.
Has to be a Velodrome special. And it is going to be off the hook.
Off the what?
Off the hook.
Hook. Why? What are we going to have? What have we been working on?
There's going to be I've heard there's going to be planes. I've heard there's going to be kites on the back of X-Maxes.
I think most of that.
I've heard there's going to be rocket-powered RC cars.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that there's people out there practicing and cutting laps to get ready for it.
Oh, there have been. Yeah. So if you go to the Facebook event, you'll see there've been quite a few posts about what's been happening up to this stage. So we only got a week left to go.
So
People
get
have been
amongst
out
it.
there.
And if you are getting ready, get some photos of your car. No?
That's right.
Post it to the group. Get amongst
That's
the
right. A lot of people are going to
conversations.
be turning up. A lot of people have been showing what they're going to run. They haven't had a run yet. But
We're going to
they
get the
will on
pots and
Saturday.
pans out.
Pots and pans.
And by that, I mean sausage sizzle.
Yes. Yes, that'll be happening as
And
well.
I think I might have shut my mouth off when we did the budget and said,
What?
$50,
$50 for what?
mate. I think we're going to need
No.
about 350.
No.
Cookie Monster.
That's the big thing. Hello. Come here. Come here.
I was going to talk Velodrome,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Come here.
you've done a lovely segue. I know. Because you are... Because yes,
What's that? Luxury.
your legs went akimbo.
You feeling good?
There
Lean in, get close,
Oh.
get personal.
Yes.
How are you, Andrew Cook?
Very good, thanks, Mr. BT.
Now, you were on recently. We did a 12th scale special, didn't
Yeah.
we? That was awesome.
It was similar to this.
It was very similar to that. And we talked a lot about the luxury and how good it was to race 12th scale on carpet.
Yes. It's in a ballroom with a chandelier.
And here we are at Templestowe
Yep, in a blowing gale.
in a blowing gale on a very green track. And
Oh, the infield.
hello. So
It's all good.
you are, in fact, Andrew Cook is, in fact, taking care of 12th scale modified this weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
correct.
How's it going?
Car is very good, actually.
Is it a new car, different car?
It's a brand new car. I showed you the plastic version of it.
Ah.
Is this a carbon one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Get out of
Yeah.
here.
I'm out of the city. Stop.
Well,
Yeah.
so this is a 12th scale pan car. So we've had a few Yokomo BD12s on, funnily enough. But this is a pan car. For those of you that don't know, this is a 12th scale, a little bit smaller, two-wheel drive, direct drive car. So it doesn't have a gearbox or a transmission. It's just got a motor and an axle,
Yes.
which is obviously fully adjustable. And it uses foam, well, expanded rubber foam tires, aren't they?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Cell, whatever it is, not,
Yeah.
not rubber.
It's not rubber, so it's a foam, and I can see it's nice and shiny.
Shiny.
So don't lick it, Beach.
Nice. Too late. Nice scoop on there.
Yeah.
What do you mean don't lick it?
You can't lick those tires.
Isn't that for licking?
You can do whatever you want.
No.
Oh, can I see? See, I got permission.
So
And
this,
one cell.
one cell, 1S,
1S.
3.7 volts of fury,
Yes.
or
that's it.
4.2 when it's charged.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah.
Are you allowed to charge these at 4.35?
No.
No,
No, it's the
4.2.
same. Yeah, 4.2. Yeah.
There you go. That's how little I know. So give us a quick rundown of your 12th scale car.
Yeah. So I had the 3D printed prototype sort of parts that I showed you last time, and this is the finished version.
Yes.
So it's sort of inspired by the various cars like the new CRC and the Automatics, and using a few little X-ray parts.
But it's better.
Oh, much better. Yeah, of course. So I kind of combined a few ideas and some thoughts that I had that I wanted to make and put it into this one. And
I
it
I
seems
love
to be
the
working
fact
all right.
that your side springs are so far forward
Yeah, look at them.
on the pod,
Yeah,
if I could call it a pod.
it's it's weird. I don't know what to call it because it's basically
it's a
the
T-bar
pod plate. Yeah, it's not like an O-bar.
Oba.
O-bar. Yeah. So where's the camera? If I
Yep.
flip it over.
Yep.
Basically, it's like a sort of
So it's a giant T-bar
yeah,
there.
so basically it goes right to the front, and you've got the thumbs over it. You got the two pivots towards the front
Yes.
instead of the old school 12 scale cars. Is basically the same thing, but they had the two sort of pivot bolts towards the back and
Yes.
the saddle pack side to side.
Yep.
But with the LiPo battery, we can't do that. So this was pretty much Automatics' solution to that design.
So they can mount the battery
Yeah, so
longitude.
battery's down.
North-south.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
North-south as opposed to east-west.
That's it. That's it. So I really like the battery north-south.
Yeah.
Longitudinally.
Yeah? Did I say it right?
Yes, I did.
Lengthways.
Yeah, lengthways. I do like the battery
Are
like
these
that.
loose?
The antenna.
What are we looking at? What are those pokey things there?
They
Is
just
this body
body
stops?
rest on you.
Oh,
I
there
thought
you
they
go.
might have been.
Yep.
They look like cheese head bolts.
Yeah, we've had a thing about
What'd you call me?
cheesehead bolts during the week at the
It's
shop.
it's a model rail train thing. You wouldn't get it.
No.
Well, unless you see model
But
train.
you called me a cheesehead.
I think
There's
it's
a
an English
pivot ball
thing.
there.
Yeah.
What is that?
Pivot.
Oh, is that the pivot
So
ball?
it's like a traditional pivot ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's just they're in a different position at the front rather than sort of down towards the back.
What are we calling it?
It's the ACE 12.
Ace 12.
ACE 12. Yeah, ACE. Stand for all sorts of things, I guess. But Andrew Cook, engineering or
Oh, there you go.
extravaganza or
Oh,
eggplant.
oh.
Yeah, it's an ACE 12. And
Don't
then
tempt me with a good time.
I called this one 24, as in 2024. So
Very
It'll
cool.
let me
Is this
do
its
another
first race meeting?
it is. Yep, I've done a practice day,
And what do you think?
and I was very happy with it. So
So you would
pursuing
have
it
you would
for
have
sure.
you would have compared it to other cars, conventional cars, or
Yeah, so compared to the normal X-ray plus another prototype, my previous version that
Yeah.
I had been running, which was quite decent.
and you're happy with it?
Yeah,
That is
Yep.
fantastic. That is great
I
news.
think it's better. So it feels better so far. So hopefully that continues.
It's all about how it feels. Will you
Yeah.
make this commercially available?
I think I will.
Yeah.
'Cause it seems to be pretty good, and it's reasonably easy to sort of build. And
If you were to make something like this commercially available, would it be like a conversion kit, or you would source it and just do it as a?
yeah, good question. There are still a few X-ray bits I'm using.
Yep.
So could try and make my own rear bulkhead parts, get them made. And then the pivots, probably use a few different brand pivots. There's not a lot else on it that's
I love that you
X-ray,
have a
other than
very what I
suspension.
call traditional or old school caster clips.
Yeah,
That is one of my favorite things. I've not seen those for a while. So these little clips here, these you take out and you adjust the arm's position on the bulkhead, which changes the kingpin inclination or the caster.
Little C-shaped ones, right?
Yeah, and you like pluck them out and put them there and stack it, and yeah, that's fantastic.
Did you say pluck?
Pluck
and stack.
Pluck and stack, baby,
Yeah.
like a chicken.
Getting hungry.
Don't get me started on ducks.
Yeah.
I want a bucket.
I do like this like pivot front end. It's a bit more parts, a bit more involved than the more sort of current kingpin style. But
Yeah. And what's
like
this? I'm just trying to get my
What's
head
what?
around the lower arm.
where
What,
you poking?
how thick it is?
Where are you poking?
The stiffness.
Orange
bit.
That's a spacer.
Is that a roll center adjustment, or is that what is that?
It is.
The orange
It
bit.
is.
It's a spacer, adjusts the roll center, and it holds the transponder. Very important.
A whole transponder.
And it routes the wires.
Right.
And look at the servo.
What is it? What is it?
Is that the MKS one?
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
amazing. I love it.
They're pretty good servos.
That's a homemade car.
It is. The servo's not homemade.
No,
I
made
got
by
that
you.
from you.
That
Homemade car, yes.
is fantastic.
Yeah, it's
You
come up
wouldn't
pretty well.
want- Geez, you've sharpened that nicely.
What's happened?
Better watch out. I'm coming for you.
It's like a slicer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like a mandolin. Wow, off comes your foot.
Have to sand the front of it.
Wow.
It's also rubber.
slicer.
Like,
Is it?
Yeah.
It's also bendy.
Slices and dices.
Yeah,
Nice and bendy.
there you go. I love it. Thank
Very
you very
nice.
much, Andrew Cook. Great to have you on. Great to see your car. Have a wonderful meeting. Weren't you?
Good, isn't it?
It's looking really good. Beautiful Melbourne day.
Magnificent.
We're all coming
Sun's
over.
coming out now.
Yeah.
In the morning.
I don't know if
it's just
BJ
really
told you
windy
we're all
and-
coming over to your place for dinner tonight.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, my wife's cooking.
Good.
Excellent.
She knew we were
Pasta.
coming.
Yep, she's 1/16th Italian, so
Right.
16th. Which part?
the cooking part.
Okay.
Excellent. Very good.
Oh, that could have gone anywhere.
It could have.
It
I'm
did.
stuck. I can't get up.
Thanks, Cookie.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Who we got there?
Oh, we have
Yes.
a stranger coming.
We have a stranger coming. This
He was actually here earlier, wasn't he?
2 times Todman. Hey. So we had young Tristan on earlier. You might
Yes.
have seen him while we were doing these ones and doing this one, but you couldn't hear anything. Now, poor Tristan had to go off and do a practice. Now, tell us in your own cheery words, how was it?
It was good.
It was good.
It was good. It was good.
Fantastic. So this is your first time driving the RS 1.0, and you've not raced on road for probably 4 years. And last time you did race 4 years ago, you did race 13.5.
Yeah, and automatic.
So you've come up a long way in the Yokomo, and it's fantastic.
So
So
this is the same car that I was running
that's right.
at
That's right.
Bendigo.
This is the same car. This is the Yokomo RS 1.0.
Yeah.
And now this is something that we debuted at the Bendigo Classic last year in October. But unfortunately, we gave BJ a little bit of a handicap.
That's right.
We didn't give you much of a chance.
It was a silver can Mabuchi.
It was a silver can Mabuchi. So instead of having realistically a $300 drivetrain of brushless motor and speed controller and
Yeah.
program box,
Yeah.
you had a $60 9-step speed controller.
Yeah.
A $49 9-step speed controller and a $19 Johnson.
That's right. So that was just to show at very, very economically how it could be to go racing.
And how much fun! And you used the stick pack as well. Remember the $69 stick pack as well. What we use in order to smear cars, and it was fantastic.
It was.
It was really good at
It
that
was.
speed, and that would be. I still stand that would be a perfect entry point for beginners. And that doesn't. I'm not trying to create a new race class, but if you are just building a car, coming to the track and learning RC, why not do it like that? Wear out the motor, kill the speed controller, whatever you want to do, then step it up. Then get your 21.5,
That's right.
and then
Move to the
really
next.
start.
Level.
Because
Yeah.
21.5s now, I mean, that is our entry level class, or that is our base class for on-road racing. But they are pretty quick.
They are. They are.
Like back in our day, Beach, you know.
It's not out of box anymore, is it? That is not an out of box class.
No, it's not an out of box class.
Yeah.
And you know, we did actually used to race 30 years ago, 25 years ago. Silver can was the entry point,
No, that's
and
right.
it was a competitive class.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, so and it's how we cut our teeth, and it's how we got to working. Are we not? Oh,
What are you
so
worried about?
I
I'm
have
just checking
massive.
stuff.
I have massive
I'm
anxiety
just
with
checking.
the. So here we are.
Here we are.
So we pulled the silver can out. We pulled out the 9-step speed controller, and we've stepped up the game a bit.
Okay.
We've smashed it up. We've stepped it up. We've put a good driver in it for a start. Young Tristan, he's having a crack. And let's pop the hood, what the Americans would say. Let's have a closer look at the RS 1.0. What have we got? Oh, good to see you've even dusted it off. Okay, Master Joe's had you up there dusting it off. We've got Master Joe in the pits.
Right.
I'm not having to do anything this weekend. It's fantastic. Master
Luxury.
Joe's all the way down from Bundaberg
Wow.
to spend some time with us, and he's been toiling away. Now have a look at this beach. This is the RS 1.0.
Now the components on the RS are predominantly fiberglass
Fiberglass FRP, fiberglass reinforced
and-
plastic,
and plastic.
Yep.
Injection molded plastic.
injection molded plastic arms, shocks, stuff like that.
Yes.
And here we go. Have a look at that. So now we've got a race pack, a 6390 Orca race pack in there.
Right.
We've got the 9 steps top deck. The Unfair RC made this for us. We had it inscribed with 9 steps for
Yes.
that touch of class.
Yes.
Now, the reason that we put this top deck on was not a performance upgrade. It was merely a matter of fitting a 56 tooth pinion.
That's right. Because as you can see where it sits, if we use the original top plate, that would have been rubbing.
It fouls. So we had to come up with a solution.
Yes.
And young Brenton at Unfair RC come up with that solution for us.
Yep.
So that's gone on the car. Now, looking on to the other side, do you want me to spin it around for you?
Yes, please.
Looking onto the other side of the car, we have in fact got an Orca OE1 World Championship Edition speed controller. So this is a top line speed controller.
Yes.
Complete overkill for 21.5 blinky. But this thing's going to cop 4.5 and full turbo on the velodrome next week.
Absolutely.
So we're going to need every bit of its 200 amps capability. We've got coming forward, we've got the Orca Blitzstream 2 21.5 motor,
Yes.
all brand new and fresh. That's got a 40 millimeter fan on it. Keep it nice and cool. So, and I think, listen to that fan scream. That is a racing, I can't see the top. Is that a Racing Performer fan?
It is.
That's a Yokomo Racing Performer fan, mounted on the Orca fan mount. Coming forward again more, there's the lap counting transponder. So that's what we use. All the cars here will have one of those in one shape or another.
Yes.
That's what goes over the what we call the loop or the decoder. We've got a Futaba R334. Now, what transmitter have you chosen for this weekend?
Futaba 3PV.
The 3PV.
3PV.
I offered him the 10PX,
Right.
and he said, "Nah, give me
more
the."
comfortable?
He loves it, and he's had that since he was a kid.
Right.
And I say that you're still a kid, but you know what I mean, like since he was little. And then we've also stepped it up with an MKS 575.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so that's from one of my buggies, but yeah, that's quite different to the old highest D300 that you had in there, the $30 servo.
So
But,
what have we got here?
Apart from that, we've got the standard oil in the shocks.
Yep. Plastic shocks.
Master Joe has stepped up the setup. We've put 1 million weight diff oil in it
Okay.
because this RS 1.0 beach comes fully adjustable. So it comes
Right.
with oil filled diffs,
Yes.
front and rear.
Yep.
And we so it's got 1 million weight in the front, 5K in the rear, and the thing looks amazing. It's getting it round the track. It is showing these. This is a $300 car beach.
Yeah,
It's
that's
showing
right.
these $1,000 cars what it's all about.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's a perfect way to get into racing. It's well outperforming what I thought it was going to do.
It's done very, very well.
I think even yourself, like, because you had your reservations about it, and
Yeah.
I think even yourself seeing it go around this track
Yes.
compared to all the other cars out there,
Yes.
and it's not like we've developed it or put springs on it. This car doesn't even have sway bars.
No. So
let alone
these are the
tuned sway bars.
original plastic bodied shocks, original springs that came out of the kit.
Yeah, all original hardware. The only thing that we changed was the top deck,
Yeah.
and that wasn't a tuning thing. That was just so we could put a whopping big pinion on there.
That's right.
The reason we had to put that pinion on there is to get the gearing down to 3.3 to 1.
Mm.
So that's where we're at, 3.3 to 1. And the car's competitive. There's about 32 21.5s getting around this weekend. And I think young Tristan's sitting somewhere around the top 15. That's pretty
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
Hey? And
Yeah.
that's with a lot of fast locals,
Yes.
you know. And we've all topped it off, of course, with the Biddy Design Eptron. And that's looking really good, isn't it?
It is, especially how I treated it.
Yeah, well, this isn't the ultra lightweight one like all the you saw on the race team.
Mm.
And their bodies were probably remarkably lighter than this one, and flappy, but they all had the support. This is the regular weight one, which is perfect for, in my mind, mere mortals who crash and race and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Especially in 21.5, because it is the entry level class. There will be some argy-bargy.
Argy.
Biddy Design Eptron. And it looks so good because J-Spec Stickers and Designs has knocked it out of the park with some beautiful stickers and artwork for us. A really simple colour, and it looks amazing on track. Well, that is awesome, Tristan. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Well done.
Hey? And if
It's
you
early
come,
days yet.
and if the people watch, if they come in on a Saturday, they'll probably see him.
Probably.
They can
That's right.
come and introduce yourself, get a signature.
Yep.
Yeah, do you do signings?
Occasionally.
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 We'll have to, sometimes you cook sausages.
That's right.
Sausage
Yeah.
sizzle. That's fantastic, Tristan. No, super proud of you. I love that you're really putting the RS 1.0 on show. You get back to it. You go see Master Joe. He's probably going to tell you off because you need to put the tyre warmers on.
Oh, that's right.
I'm done. 4 heats.
Is that it?
4 heats. I'm done.
We're done for the day.
Done for the day.
Done for the
there
day.
you go.
Is it?
Yeah.
Done for the day. That is day one over. All right. All right. Thank you for joining us, mate. Take care.
Thanks, Kristen. Well, there you go.
There you go.
It's a lot going on, isn't it? A lot going on.
I'm
What were
what
we
time
talking
is it?
about before?
Velodrome.
Because we haven't gone into there, have we?
No, we got something to reveal.
Haven't we?
A world launch, if you will.
Yes.
So, Cookie came in, didn't he?
It did.
So,
We've just gone over an hour.
so we're talking about the velodrome.
Yes.
We're going to
It's
have a
next
rocket
week.
powered car.
Yes.
I think we've had the rocket powered car on before. Did we show the rockets?
I did show it from our live from home last week,
You did.
but we probably didn't show it in as much detail as we could have.
Yeah. It's
But
probably
we've got
still
something
gonna
else
be
to reveal,
We've
right?
got something else to reveal. Tony Gray, TFG himself.
Yes.
When he heard that we were doing a velodrome car, and obviously, not obviously, but we we're going to put a Biddy Design body on it, he said, could I please paint it for you? And we both rubbed and clapped our hands and said, yay, please paint it for us because I know that it would be awesome.
Yes.
So
So where is it?
here
Oh,
is the body shell.
look at that.
Now, there's a few design concepts on here that we really have to talk about.
Yes.
First and foremost, Tony Gray has hand drawn, well, hand painted on. I'll put it on the front camera, probably looks the best.
Yes.
Stop. It's panda time.
Isn't it?
And that is to pay tribute to Willie Chang, Panda Man.
Yes.
You know, we lost him a couple of weeks ago.
Mm.
So we're paying tribute to him and we'll continue to do so. But Tony did it on the velodrome body. So that's really nice because Panda would have loved to be at the velodrome.
He would have been.
And
He would have had a camera car.
He would have been there. He would have had a camera car.
Yeah.
So Panda Man will ride with us.
He will.
And hopefully we can cause fire and raise hell. What do you think?
Fire, brimstone, the whole lot.
The whole kit and caboodle.
The whole
Now
lot.
have a look at the rest of it. I like the sticker he put here.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's not a sticker.
That's not a sticker.
He's painted that.
What an that is unhinged. Check that out.
Yeah.
He has painted that from the inside. Well, of course, it's not painted on the outside, but how cool is that? That is craftsman.
Isn't it?
The only sticker on the body, and he did that just for the texture.
Yes.
He said it wasn't really about the design. was all about the texture, is this carbon fiber.
Yeah, you can see the
See,
shine there.
Look at the shine. So it's like a carbon fiber vinyl on the gloss black.
Yes.
And he is a. Now have a look at the grille and the headlights.
I might fire up the other camera.
Do you want to fire up the other camera?
Let's get a bit of close-up action.
Boop, boop, boop. Here we go. Oops! Don't go under there.
Hang on,
Don't.
Hang on.
Oof. The people who realise that I don't actually have pants on.
What do you mean? I thought everyone knew you don't wear pants.
That's right.
Well, look at the headlights. The headlights are all painted on.
It's actually probably better looking at in the natural light. I meant to say, did you see on the RS that's sparkling from the lane flake?
Yeah, lane flake's good, isn't it?
Isn't it?
In the bright light.
Hey, that was just a bit of lane flake, a bit of PS12.
Yes. Look at the grille.
Have a look at the grille.
Yeah. The grille's all painted.
And we got
Here's that carbon for the.
Oh, I just want to touch it.
That's a classical Hearns Racing logo,
isn't it? And we've got the pink, brown, and olive camo.
Yeah. So it's going to be pretty bright.
Pretty bright, and the mesh work on the front here.
Yes.
Really nice, really textural.
How about the side?
And by his own admission, he didn't spend a lot of time on it because he knows we're going to crush it violently.
Well, it's not going to be intentional, but it's a good chance it's going to happen.
No, I know.
And there we've got stop panda time.
How cool is that, Beach?
Really well done. Very well done.
Now you can hear the. I know
is that modified?
Yeah, you can hear the ruckus on the track. That is modified. Have a look. Show the viewers how fast they're going. These. So we've got Stephen Cornell out on track. We've got John Pugh, Simon Nicholson, and they're just from our team.
So fine, isn't it?
They just sound fast, don't they?
How fast do you think they're doing on the straight?
It's only a very small straight, this one. I'd probably say 80, 90 Ks.
Yeah.
On a big track or 8 scale nitro track, in excess of 115 easily. Which really stresses the tyres. You know, the tyres are. Anyway, back to the body. Yes. So have a look at this. I'm so pumped with this. The window frames.
Yes.
Really, really nice.
Yes.
You know, the only Tamiya paint on this body, he said proudly, was the PS31, the window tint. Just a really light window tint. And I'm really honoured that Tony, really appreciate the effort that Tony has put in to do this. He said to me it took about 20 hours, and I believe it. I mean, that would have taken me 2 months, but just to do this cartoon on top, I mean, that's painstaking. Absolutely painstaking that he's done that. And, you know, it would have had him a lot of time to reflect and remember, I suppose, as well while doing it. So really cool.
So there's a little bit more work to do. We just need to trim it up so it fits perfectly over the
rockets.
That's right. So most of the rear end of this is going to be cut out.
Most of the rear end is going to be cut out. You can see here we've put a haphazard little hole here.
Yep.
But that is going to be far more removed. It was pretty much just so we could get it to sit on. Let me get up here.
Bring it forward a little bit.
Got a bit of tuckage.
There you go. So the front is on.
Yeah.
It's just a rear end that just needs a little bit of work to get it in.
Have a look at it. Look. Doesn't that look cool, Beach?
It does.
It's going to go like a butterfly.
Yeah,
Is that what
sure.
So
how about we take the top off it and we'll go in a bit tighter with the GoPro and we'll let people see exactly the ignition system.
The ignition system?
Yeah. Okay, so this was all set up by Tony P.
Tony P, who was out on track before.
That's right. The Hearns astrophysicist.
He is the Hearns approved rocket scientist.
That's right. So there's a micro switch there, which is going to activate the ignition from this central servo here.
But we've got an arming switch.
That's right.
Which is like the coolest thing ever.
Yes.
No?
Yeah. So switch it on for danger, switch it off for no danger.
Yeah, it's still danger. I'm still be very reluctant.
Goes all the way out to the engine, the rocket engine mounts at the very back.
How cool is that?
So this is going to be a bit of a beast. So only 1 week left before it sees a bit of glory.
Glory indeed.
Yeah. So we've got 3-4 cars, right?
Yep.
Ready for next week.
Yep, we've got Master Joe here. He's toiling away.
Yes.
We got
please-
this one. We got
Yes.
the HB GT8.
Yes.
We've got the RS1.
Mm.
Should it survive this meeting?
Oh, it'll survive this meeting,
which I
sure.
don't think we'll have a problem doing. And we'll have the Octane camera car.
Yes.
We'll have the X-Max
Mhm.
to cause havoc. And come along. Velodrome, Coburg Velodrome. Check out our Facebook page. Check out the events page.
That's right. We'll be sharing it a bit more. And then should just come down. If you want to have a look, bring a car too.
Come down just for the sausage.
That's right. That's right. We'll see you there. So
We
that's
will.
going to be from what time?
4 o'clock.
4 p.m. in the afternoon
Yeah.
until evening.
Yeah, I estimate that it'll finish at 8,
Mm.
9. I mean, there's no lights. So,
Yeah.
We'll
so as
have
soon
to
as it gets
stop
dark, yeah.
but generally we go out there and we break our cars pretty quick.
Generally.
Generally.
And have fun doing it.
Yeah, have fun doing it. Then we'll fire up the Barbie,
That's right.
won't we?
Yeah.
That is fantastic, guys. Well, we are at the Templestowe Masters. I think we should wind this one up, Beach.
I think so. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us from the Masters. Thank you for the club for having us. Thank you for the Yokomo racing team for coming down from interstate and joining us.
Yes.
Good luck to everybody that's here at home watching. Get amongst it. Get onto Live RC. Check out all the timing. I'm Brett from Hearns,
I'm BJ.
and thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time round.
We certainly will.